Have to combine two videos into one because there's so much bullshit going on. First part is going to be about Chris's bullshit, being a dipshit again about terrorist attacks and, thinking that playing ninja can do anything at all. Two, more of Grandpa Frank's tall tales. Start with Chris. He posted this. Let's see. Budo Kai student serious post. Please read in full. Earlier today in Brussels, there was a horrific terrorist attack. Over 20 people are dead. 31 people actually. And hundreds, 300, injured because of their hate. That sounds like you're saying that it's the people who were attack's fault, the way you phrase that. Well, maybe Chris supports the terrorist and he thinks that it's, the West's fault for not accepting Islam or whatever. Anyway. People ask me all the time, why do I teach the method of Budo Ryu Ninjutsu and its 5 areas of training, and not specifically the 7 traditions of the Budo Ryu Kai? Because they're all bullshit. This is why. To survive. We have to change, adapt, and overcome. To only stick to traditional kata and refuse to learn modern technology, weaponry, and tactics is simply ridiculous. Ignorant ninja are not aware of this principle, but directly stick to ancient ways and do not even know the simplest of facts. Fujibayashi Yasutake, 1676, Bansen Shukai. It is folly to see something as unchangeable and stick to an old method without realizing that things keep changing and are in flux. In flux is 2 words, Chris. Fujibayashi Yasutake, 1676, Bansen Shukai. 2 separate things that are from the same source, so what the hell's the point of separating them? The Budo Ryu Kai School of Warrior Ways trains in both traditional Ryuha and modern tactics, among many other things. Learn from the past, train for the present, prepare for the future, train in the craft, and perfect your craft. This is what Budo Ryu Ninjutsu is about. Hashtag Soke Anshu. BudoRyuNinjutsu.com. Hashtag Brussels. Hashtag terrorist. Hashtag attack. Hashtag ISIS. Well, 1, fuck you, because you actually have not trained in anything aside from your little video course with Steve Hayes and your badly copied Manaka videos. You have no fucking clue about modern weaponry. We've known that from your little bullshit where you tried to capitalize on the shooting in Kansas. You train in modern weaponry. Fuck you. There's no videos of you training with modern weaponry. And you're not certified to teach modern weaponry. You don't have any certification from the NRA. You have no military experience. You have none of this bullshit. I saw you doing your video on explosives where you just set off store-bought fireworks, and because I've actually made stuff before, I know what a homemade firework looks like versus a store-bought firework. So there's a big difference there. Don wrote a blog, Baron Shepard wrote a blog, all these people. We all know that Chris is just after money. We know what he does in his other job. So, there's nothing that he will not do to make money, and capitalizing on a terrorist attack is easily, within his thing. They all want to play in the woods, they all want to dress up and, pretend, oh yeah, let's pretend this guy's a terrorist, I'm going to take him out. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know what the fuck to do in that situation. Anyone who is not specifically trained for that, which is basically everyone except for a handful of people, the thing in that situation is get on your damn phone, fucking see what the guy looks like, call 911, call the police, record everything in your head. That's the only fucking part of ninjutsu that you should be focusing on in that situation. Record every fucking fact that there is. Everything, no matter what. Just remember all of it. That's what you should be doing. That's what you should be telling your students if you tell them anything about this. 1, don't get killed. 2, remember everything. That's it. That's for you. There. Charge your students whatever the fuck you charge them. $50 for a 10-second clip on YouTube or whatever. And just say those 2 things and you've done your part there. I'm sure you say stupid shit like, oh, reach up behind, grab their gun, or, take them to the ground because I think I know jiu-jitsu, I think I'm going to put someone in an armbar, Chris, did you talk to your students about TATP and, what exactly are the drawbacks? since TATP is the most common used explosive that terrorists have been using, because basically it's undetectable mostly, for obvious reasons. If you're actually familiar with explosives, if you've taken EMI, yeah, even the basic EMI class that anyone can take who's affiliated with this kind of stuff will tell you why it's something that they use so often, why it's undetectable, and so on and so forth, and why the fuck you don't want to do any of the bullshit that I know that you would be teaching to do with someone who has that on them. Obviously, it's just fucking retarded. It should be a crime that, you capitalize on bullshit like this. Just like, in New Jersey there's a law, if there's a disaster or something, you can't raise the price of gas. Should be, there's a disaster, you can't fucking try and teach bullshit to people. There you go. Terrorist attack, you don't get to do this stupid shit. Chris is just a fucking joke. It's like, he just goes, you would think that he would, the pile of shit would just get so high and then, collapse on itself, but no, he keeps building it. Horrible. How long has this video been? I don't even know if I should separate it into two to talk about Grandpa. Let's see. Part 2. Grandpa Frank's Crazy Tales. Tall Tales, whatever the hell I call them. Frank did an interview, or actually, it's called the Oral History of Bloodsport. It's an interview. It's Frank making more shit up. Does the usual thing. He told his Forrest Gump story that he's been telling nowadays. Oh, I was born with my feet on backwards, and they put me in a thing, and then my girlfriend got sex with the Black Panthers, and then banged a guy in New York City, and then she got AIDS, and then she had an AIDS baby. I don't know if any of that actually happened. So anyway, so Frank has his feet on backwards, but now his friend who they were throwing rocks at, now that guy he was born without a jaw. So, it's just, next he's going to be like, he had, a penis for a foot, and his head fell off, and everyone was making fun of him for having his head fall off. So Frank tells that story, goes on, meets the Black Dragons, and he's like, oh no, the Black Dragons are going to beat me up, and then they throw a Black Dragons t-shirt into his face like he's in that Super Bowl commercial with Mean Joe Green. I don't even feel like going through this whole fucking thing because it's just so stupid. He talks about Sheldon Lettich a lot. Doesn't mention the fact that Sheldon Lettich says that everything Frank has said was bullshit, but, then he goes on to say that he met Van Damme, and Van Damme wanted to fight him, so he goes, all right, meet me. So they were going to fight 60 floors up on a building, in I don't even know where it was. So then Frank gets 60 floors up in the air on the building. He's on the edge of the roof, and he starts doing flying kicks in the air. And I heard that story before, because that's the exact same fake-ass story that the founder of Om Young-do, I think he called himself Tiger Kim, he told that exact story, that he would do that. He would challenge people to fights, and then he would go up to the top of the building and do flying kicks on top of the edge. He went even further, though. He said that he posted a picture, actually, on his website. It's him doing a kick on a roof, and then it says that he kicked off the roof and landed safely on the ground because he's so awesome. So expect that in the next telling of Frank's story. So anyway, all that bullshit. I guess he said Van Damme chickened out of fighting him. Yeah, I'm sure that happened, Frank. I would love to just get Van Damme to just talk one time about all these bullshit claims that Frank makes, because it is just ridiculous. He is just, I don't know, a complete fucking mess. Worse and worse every time. Yeah. And he says that Van Damme brought other people to fight him. Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm sure they were really afraid of you, Frank. And he keeps saying that him and Van Damme looked exactly alike. We have pictures of you, Frank. We know what you look like. You look nothing like Van Damme. Like, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? It doesn't even make any sense. Frank's gonna be like, oh yeah, I look exactly like O.J. Simpson. Like, he just, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. Was he wearing the glasses his whole life and looking in the mirror and not knowing what the fuck he looks like? Like, seriously. I don't even know what else the hell happened in this damn thing. Because there's just so much bullshit. I just turned it off. Like, yeah. Then he just goes on. Oh, the whole story about the trophies of it's the newspaper is trying to cause me trouble, and they keep reprinting it, and they've made so much money. It's like, who the fuck, like, how many times are they gonna reprint an article? Who buys a newspaper for one article about Frank? You know, this guy is just so fucking delusional, just like his Marine Corps thing says, the whole Marine Corps psych thing, that he has delusions of grandeur. And then he says, oh yeah, they say that, I say that the government messed up my DD-214, but I never said that. It's like, we have fucking record of you saying that! We have record of you saying that that version is fake! Like, I think it's even in your book! Like, seriously, this guy's just fucking retarded. He's just a complete mess. Oh, but, you know, he did post a video of me jerking around and falling down. Obviously thinking that's a real technique, you know, with my girlfriend cracking up about it because I'm, you know, jerking around in the video, rolling on the floor, and I go, oh no, and I fall down like this with my hands in the air, and then I, like, flatten out like a cartoon and flop my legs around. You know, I guess he thinks that that's what real fights look like because he has no experience with it, so he would just assume that that's a real martial art. Well, you know, whatever, Frank. You're the expert. Yeah, keep fucking that chicken.